Now then, only Yaff here, back in the gaff, here at the Essendon Nombi Social. We've got a bit of a problem there. When we find that Adam Bragg, we might be able to get him to sort our opening credits out, because since he touched that machine, it's never worked since. But anyway, let's get to talking all things Boro. Just behind that camera there, twinkle in the ivories, as always. If it's it's not Courtney. So all those who have tuned in just to see Courtney, you know who you are. I think she's got a bit of a fan out there. Anyway, the Red Rock is back. Happy New Year to you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
He's back. He's back with a bang. Out on the left-hand side. He's playing left wing tonight. Is the man in the middle, the man in black, keeping us right in the technical area, Mr. Colin Ward. Good evening, mate.
Evening, mate. How are we doing? All right.
Absolutely good. Fantastic. Great for seeing you. And last but certainly not least, our special guest, Mr. Elliot Venice, not Venus.
Not Zaz.
Paul, not Finazaz. Your fault there. We've got Finazaz. We're going to slate him. We haven't got Finazaz. He's a better footballer than Finazaz. Mate, thanks for coming in, chatting all things Boro. Before we get into Boro, let's a bit about you, because we've known ourselves quite a while, since about 2019, 2018, whatever.
Yeah.
You were one of the original members of, obviously, award-winning Boro Breakdown, with Dana and Johnny originally. I know they've got a few more guys with them at the minute. Dana obviously gone on to do other things, BBC Tees and things like that. Yeah. But you were part of the original podcast team which started that. So massive Boro fan, season ticket holder. Sit near me and young Jess down there. And almost family, to be fair.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
We won't get into that. We'll keep them hanging on to that. But we're almost family. Finazaz is nearly my family. Thanks for joining us, mate.
You're welcome.
It's great. Don't forget, I thought you were going to forget to press the button there, Paul. You've been a bit rusty, are we?
Been a while.
Yeah, no problem. Don't forget, you can get involved. Other side of that camera. Send us your messages in. We're going to chat about West Brom very, very shortly. We've got Stoke to chat about, and we've got a game on Saturday against Preston as well to chat about tonight. Lots to talk about, transfer rumours, all sorts of things. Thank yous first. Let's get them out the way. Our sponsors, as always. Thank you to the Essendon Nombi Social Club, the mecca of local entertainment, by the way. Tony, BT Promotions, Big Tony Dicko, thank you so much for all you do for us here at Boro Chat. Teesside Travel went down there to that last game. What was it, Paul? What was the last one? The West Brom. We're going to chat about it. We went down there, our Teesside Travel. Josh and Phil were on that one. And also, last but not least, Drive is the third biggest driving school in the UK and the biggest driving school for teaching driving instructors. And if I'm wrong, Adam Bragg should be sat in here on this sofa next to me telling me I'm wrong. You beardy get. Anyway,
bit harsh.
I'll have to put 50 pence in the meter.
See you next week.
Yeah, I'll have to. I know, and on that bombshell, no, well, I'll have to put £1 in the meter there. But look, loads to talk about. Before we talk about West Brom, not Bram, West Brom, let's go to our special guest. Elliot, Kim Elberg.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on him, mate? Look, he's been here now, and the reason I'm saying this, 10 games. 11 games. The man next to you always gives the manager 10 league games.
Right, okay.
So we'll have a chat what he thinks in a minute.
Yeah.
Kim Elberg, right man for the job?
I'd say so. I think I really do like him. I think the football can get a little bit stale at times, which I think you're going to get with any possession type manager. And you've seen a little bit of that in the first half against West Brom, but I think compared to what Rob Edwards is doing and compared to other managers you've had in the past, like Pulis, I'm a big fan. Yeah. I think it's the right way you should be playing.
Yeah, look, mate, it's there's a reason why. And I'm not going to even attempt his name. I'm sure Paul will tell me, the Sunderland manager.
Regis LeBrie.
Yeah, Regis LeBrie, whatever his name is, Cyril Regis. What I'll say to you is, there's a reason why both him and Kim Elberg, he got the job. Kim was, it was only down to 2, and Kim nearly got that job. Otherwise, he'd have been in Britain, been in the UK a long longer before he came to the Boro. But there's a reason why he just didn't scrape him for that job. I think he's the right man for the job. I totally agree with you. What I would say to you is, a little bit different. I don't know whether you've seen a comment from Sammy Silvera, who they asked him, obviously 2 goals in 2 games, and we're chatting him like that. The interviewer said to him about what's different, and when he said what's different, what he neglected to say is what's the difference between Rob Edward being your manager and Kim Elberg. But Silvera came out and said, I'm trusted to go forward. He wants me to drive on all the time. He didn't mention Rob Edwards. He just said, my previous position, I had to sit in deeper and burst when I got a chance.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up me for Kim Elberg.
Yeah. He's worked with a lot of the players, hasn't he? Like, one-to-one, a lot of the players have said how he's working with them individually on the training ground to improve them, giving them little tips and tricks and whatnot. And yeah, like Silvera, obviously, I know he's filled in at wing-back and whatnot this season, but the last couple of games he's played as a winger, which is what he was brought in.
Yeah, that's what he is, isn't he?
Yeah. So
you know, at the end of the day, you can call him the fancy names. The lad's a winger. Simple as that.
100%, yeah.
Colin, I'm going to come to you, mate. It's your big time. You said it about Rob Edward. You said it about Kim Elberg. I'll give him 10 league games.
I said it about Stan Anderson.
Right. I don't think there's anyone on the side of that camera who knows who Stan Anderson is. Apart from me and you and Gal. He'll be sat on some cruise somewhere, Gal.
No, I'll be honest with you. He has impressed me. I still think he's got a lot to learn because it's a massive job compared to where he was. He's very good in front of the camera, and I think he's very good behind it as well. His man management, I think, appears to be excellent.
Yeah.
Just on Silvera there, I thought his interview was excellent.
Yeah.
Basically, the thing I'd ask, and you two guys can come back at me, was did I read too much into it? Especially when he was saying, I've just got me head down and I've got on with it. I haven't whinged, and I thought, I wonder if there's someone who is whinging about not being in the side.
Well, I mean, look, we've all played the game, mate, at different levels. Yeah. You know, I would have certainly whinged if I wasn't getting inside, but at the end of the day, players, no matter how much money you get in football, players want to play football. Col, you know that. You've reffed enough of them.
I still think as well with them, you've intimated at it, and Elliot just did then, the fact that he's one-to-one with players. I still think there's a couple that I mentioned through there that I don't think Anson's had a fair crack yet. But I think he's making the wrong sort of noises as well, isn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah. If you look, we'll chat about that a bit later on. If you believe what you read on social media, but remember, it is only what's on social media, you know, and that's a lot of clickbait on social media. Look, I've said it before about Anson. I think he's a fantastic player with the ball at his feet. Do I think it's probably going to be this year that we're going to probably see the best of him? I don't think so. Probably. I said this about Barlasser, and people used to shoot me down.
Yeah.
I used to think Barlasser was a ready-made Premier League player. Now, there'll be people out there now going, what are you on about? He's up at Ibs. You know, I'd get a game at Ibs at 50. Look, at the end of the day, I thought he was
Is he still
cool...
playing? Because somebody said to me he was a lumberjack, something about he's tearing trees up there.
No, he is, mate. You're right. He is absolutely... They love him up there, and he's going to end up staying there. But what I will say to you is, I said about Barlasser, a Premier League football match is generally a little bit slower to start with, and you've got to use your brain a bit more. I thought Barlasser was that type of player.
He's good on the ball.
He was trying to play passes like Premier League passes, which sometimes you don't get away with. In fact, you don't get away with the Championship. Hayden Hackney's probably one of them. Still tries them. Yeah. $1 million passes, straight balls down the middle, which you get away with on FIFA or the Xbox. Yeah. But you won't get away with in the Championship when someone's trying to take your leg off to get that ball. Yeah. That's why I think there is levels of the game. There is levels of the game, and we'll chat. We weren't here for the Fulham game. I know they all missed us, but we weren't here for the Fulham game, mate.
I was there.
What I will say to you is, I thought Malander and Hackney for the Fulham game looked like Premier League footballers.
I'll go as far to say regarding Malander that I think he's probably one of the best signings of the last 10 seasons.
Wow.
Big statement.
It's a big statement.
I agree. He looks so comfortable.
He does.
He's had player of the match in the 2 league games.
I think what they call
now there's two people in this studio.
The Wolfman who said he looks to have been playing for 15 years.
Yeah. There's 3 people in the studio. Because Elliot might not know, he's a little bit younger than us. Not that younger, but he's a little bit younger.
On a bit now.
There was a young player in his prime called Gary Pallister who used to pick the ball up very much like Malander and liked to drive out with it, which used to cause problems to the opposition and managers used to pull their hairs out over it because the defenders were there to defend and not play football then. But I think he's very Pallister-esque because Mowbray was the lunatic who would put his head in anywhere. We showed, I think, which Melander showed in his debut at the Riverside. He put his head down, the lad nearly hit him in the face. Yeah. So he's happy to put his head into places. But I'm with you, Col. I think he's so eloquent on the ball. When he has the ball, he looks like a midfielder. When he has the ball at his feet.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I'm going back a bit, but there's a guy that used to...
Stan Cummins.
No, I'm going back maybe a little bit further. He looks so comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
He's never flustered.
No.
Yeah. And I'm trying hard to think. I mean, I know he's only been here a few games. Of a mistake he's made?
No.
He doesn't give the ball away.
No. And you know what's going to happen here? Someone's going to come on and say he's from that Tin Pot League, Yaff. Because, yes, he's from America.
I think the MLS has gotten a lot better over the last few years, to be honest.
Of course it has, because the North Riding FA send all their people over, their dignitaries, to go and have holidays and watch it.
It used to just be the
players.
Allegedly.
It used to just be people who were finished, didn't it? But like when you've got like a last leaving who was gone, he was 25 or 26, and I think Melander's 23 or 24. I think like you've got a lot of players who are like actually of up and coming ages, not just people who are
they're going to learn a bit of craft, aren't they? And to be fair, but look, I could sit and chat to you all day long about Melander. Should we have a look at
the? You should have scored on Friday night.
What, the header?
Well,
I don't think I don't think he did cleanly, to be fair.
Well, I would disagree. I thought he got that good a contact on it. It was that powerful hitting the
deck.
I
thought he was a little bit high for it. But anyway, we're going to come on to that. Let's go to the social media.
It's not his job.
Let's have a look. Who's watching? I've got to go right back to the beginning now. I normally have someone doing this for me. Marie Yafano's watching. Good evening.
Boss lady.
Oh, ma'am. And that's it. That's all what's watching. No, Tony Archie's on. Howdy all, good times ahead, still in the fight, up the butter. Totally agree, Tone, we are still in the fight, mate, we've proved it. Simon Danes, big contributor to the show. Evening, lads, massive week for us this week, with a tough game on Wednesday and Preston on Saturday. Could be a crucial week of the season. I tell you what.
And Norwich the week after, those...
I think there's 3 games there which could define this season.
I said that when I came in.
Yeah, 3 games.
Next 5 games are going to define this
Ian Robbo's been on, the wise man. I remember him, Yaff. Well, that's cost you 28, Ian. Stu Gawley, I know of him. Stu, I know he didn't play in that Tin Pot League over there like you over in Canada and America. Ian Ockney, even lads, great result. Makes the week even more important. Couldn't agree more. Eddie's been on. Right manager for the job. On about Kim Elbergy when I spoke to you lads. Right manager for the job. Won't finish second if we don't get a goal scored and striker. I hope I'm wrong though. We'll come back to that. I agree. Again, social media stuff you read on social media about Strelic saying that the club may have sent him home for a week to see his family and things like that. I don't go for that. I mean, if you're a striker, international striker, and I've said it before on the show, he's an international striker. He sees the things we create. He'd have scored 2 against West Brom with some of the balls we were putting in.
Yeah. So
he must be sat there injured thinking, I've got injured at the wrong time here. But I agree with Eddie. I think we do need a goal scoring striker. Tony Archer's been back on. Agree with the man in the middle about Melander. He's top act. Kieran Basnett. All right, lads. Where's the main man, Adam Bragg? Main man, if you can find him, mate, tell him where we are, the Essen Norby Social Club, 30 the High Street. Just tell him to pull in. I have a big car park at the back, mate, 60 car parking spaces. He still can't get here. Why? Being banned from driving.
Isn't he still at the Hawthorns, chucking into his food?
Yeah, being banned from driving. He's the only driving instructor, has 6 pints. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Ref in the studio, top filler, did our kids' game the other week. K Baz the Mackham. Right, Baz, for a start, you're a Mackham, but you're right about the man in the middle. He's the best in the game. How do I know it? He never sent me off. Lee Wardle. Lee, I hope you're well, mate. Let's see what Melander is like under pressure. Yep, Lee, I was going to say that in a bit because you are right. We haven't watched him against what I would say a decent striker. But is there a decent striker in the Championship?
You can only play what you're up against.
Not this season so far. The league goal scoring charts are not
maybe if we see him against a Premier League player, Lee, you might be right.
I think every club in the Championship is looking for a striker.
Good on the ball when there's nobody running the defence down like Conway does. He's got a point. Hey, and that's us up to date. Thank you. Keep your comments coming in on the old social media. We'll always read them out. But look, we've got to chat about it. West Brom 2, Boro 3. Elliot, was that a must-win game?
I don't think so. I'm obviously buzzing that we won.
Yeah.
And in the way that
And
we
obviously
won.
being 2-0 up. But what I'm saying is, before the game, were you thinking, got to go there, got to win tonight?
I think a lot of them, like, you've got to, like, in the Championship, you've got to keep going when everyone else is up there. But I think for me, like, the amount of points that you see Championship teams drop, and that, like, teams even going up on 80 when, I don't know, the maximum amount of points it gets 120, 130, like, you're going to pick up the points somewhere. And I think if you end up winning more of your home games and drawing you away, I think you'll be fine. But I think, like I say, I'm buzzing that we won, but I don't think it was necessarily a must win.
Yeah, look, mate, I agree. I was sat in the lounge downstairs in the Mecca watching it. I couldn't go, obviously busy on a Friday here at the club, parties on upstairs and all sorts. But I was sat watching it with the lads downstairs in the lounge. And I said to them, when they scored the second goal, West Brom, and it got to 2-2, there was lads like, oh, we do it all now. And I was like, you'd have took the draw to start, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Like, I'm with you.
Yeah. If
you draw the majority of your away games, you're not going to win or draw every game in the Championship. We know that. What I'd say to you is, if you can get a point at places like West Brom and come home and win your own games, you're nigh on there.
And I know people might have looked and thought 18th place West Brom going into it, but they've just got a new manager in.
New manager bounce.
And like, I think they haven't won an away game all season, or they've lost like the last 9, so they're only looking to pick up points at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really, it's great that we came away with 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, I actually thought, Cole, going into the game, the first half, I actually thought, and you hit the nail on the head, Elliot, right at the beginning when we were talking about Kim Elberg, and he said sometimes possession-based football can go a bit stale and it can look a bit recycled, if you like.
Yeah.
I thought the first half at West Brom was like that, Cole, and I'm sat watching. I didn't want to say it out loud in front of the lads who I was sat with, but I'm thinking, we're going nowhere fast here. I just thought, all we're doing is, yes, we're keeping the ball, but we can't sort of take it up a notch and get forward. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Well, how many times have I said, and they probably get sick of me saying it, but I'm going to say it again, when we play with a bit of pace, we're a good side. This tippy-tappy, the Carrick-esque type of football, which you should batter my head in.
Manchester United's own Michael Carrick?
Yeah, that one swallow doesn't make a summer.
Let's see how many cliches we can get in here.
They only beat City 2-0.
Yeah, but he's got to make it while the sun shines, mate.
We beat him 8-1.
Anyway, you know what, Michael Carrick, you got the sack here at the seaside.
I think the thing with the possession football and Carrick and whatnot anyway is once teams cottoned on, I think obviously we had that 4 spell under Hellberg we didn't score, is you've got to be able to then break a team down, and I think West Brom defended very well for that first
very good,
35 minutes. I don't think we had a shot until Aidan Morris smashed one over the bar, and that was about the 30-odd minute mark.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. So if they can defend well against it, you've then got to pick up the pace to get in and around them. Because they know they're going to they let us have the ball.
Yeah.
And that's all teams are going to do. When teams then come and don't let you have it, like Southampton, you can just you can smash them.
You asked Elliot if he thought it was a must-win game. I'm not sure it was a must-win game, but I felt it was one that we needed 3 points, given that we'd frittered away our lead of 7 from second to third or whatever it was. I think it was that important that because if we only got a point, then Ipswich won it, we'd have been back into third again, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm sort of in a position, lads, where I'm not even interested now what country you're doing above us. No, I'm now looking behind us. I'm looking at your Watford. So I know didn't have a win on Saturday. Millwall put him to the sword on Saturday. Watford, but it was like Ipswich and Watford on our tails, and that's what I'm more looking at now.
But we've got them both to play, though, coming up shortly.
Yeah, we have.
And Coventry.
We certainly have. And what I would say, Col, is, again, take social media at a pinch of salt. But if you look at all the social media sites who do the predictors at the minute, they currently have Boro and Ipswich going up automatically and Coventry potentially winning the playoffs. Yeah. Now, whether that's just because Coventry had a dip, but remember, the Boro had a dip. You've just said it, 4 games without a goal.
Yeah.
Now, if that's our dip, I'll take it, to be fair, if that's our dip. But it's as if I'm not looking at Coventry now. I'm more worried about who can catch us. Ipswich are coming like a steam train. Watford up until Saturday were coming like... But that's the Championship.
I think if we
I
finish...
don't think it's been a good Championship this year.
No.
Really.
There's a lot of inconsistent teams, even when we were in and around the sort of lower playoff places last year, like 5th or 6th. I remember saying to the lads, thinking, how the hell are we 5th?
Yeah.
I feel like we've been terrible. And I feel like it's only when you want the top 1 or 2 where you have about enough consistency to have accumulated the points that you get, and you feel like, oh, I'm a good team. Whereas in the Premier League, say like Arsenal are going to win the league this year most likely, or when City and Liverpool have done it, I feel like they win almost every game. But in that Championship, it just doesn't happen like that.
The thing is with Coventry,
yeah.
I think if you finish above Coventry, you go up as champions.
Yeah. I think I know they've had that wobble, but I think when they came to us, they were unbelievable.
They keep winning. They just do enough to win games, don't they?
Yeah,
and that's it.
The league goals, though. But you're right, the score.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like a Boro 97, isn't it? Like, we'll score 3 that end, but we have to score 3 that end. But like I say, I mean, the Boro can only do what they can do. And like I say, I think, with the couple of acquisitions we've got, which we're going to come on to. But let's go back to the West Brom game. I mean, at 1-0 down, sorry, not 1-0 down, when we got to half-time, I don't know what Kim Elberg said at half-time, but I thought, other than that 8 minutes where they scored the 2 goals, we were totally in control of that second half.
Yeah.
And if anything, if I was going to critique it, and I don't like to, because he knows better than me, Kim Elberg, but I'm a Boro fan, and I've played the game. If anything, I don't know about you, Cole, I thought the Dale Fry substitution was a little bit late. What about you? I think if that does that at 2-1, they don't get that second goal.
But if you watch the footage back, Dale's ready to go when it's 2-1.
Yeah.
It's because the ball doesn't go up, they can't bring him on.
There you go.
So he's ready to go on at 2-1.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, there you go, mate. Because
took the very words out of my mouth. I'd spotted that as well.
I think you go to 5 at the back at 2-1 down, and we see that game out. We may not have created the Bears-on goal. We may not have created the 3-2 win, but I don't think we get beat there when you bring 5 at the back on. However, let's talk about the man, Mr. Bearzog. £2.5 million rejected. Bristol City, we don't want him. I wonder whether the chairman's thinking different now. Can I be honest with you, Elliot? And I want your honest opinion here.
Yeah.
When he came on, tell me, as clean as you can, what you thought when the board came up and Bearzog's coming on.
One word, donkey.
There we go. I was thinking, why are you not bringing the young kid on that we've just brought to try and get a goal?
I swear down to
donkey. He ought to know better.
He ought to know.
Hey!
And he winds me up as a player, and all my mates and I'd say the same. But when I was saying to Yaf, I said I was just like watching it, and I was thinking, writing a few notes in it, and I was just thinking, why the hell have we brought him on? And then I was thinking, Alex Gilbert's went off as well. Are we going to create something? Yeah. And then we just put together these series of passes, what Cole was on about there, speeding it up. Morris into Hackney to Silvera to Bergzog, and it was a wonderful piece of play. And
the finish was good.
It was not dissimilar.
And then he pops up, and I'm thinking, out of everyone to have scored it.
It was not dissimilar to the Fulham goal. Yeah. The goal against Fulham.
Yeah.
No, injection of pace.
But yeah, I mean, fair play to him. I wouldn't have. What was it? 21 games he hadn't scored in or something like that. So,
and it was a great finish as well for obviously those who you'll have all seen it. And we were saying just next door before we came on, if he hits that right across the grass, I think the keeper gets that with his right hand. The fact he's put a bit on it, and it's gone half a foot off the ground. It's gone over the keeper. The keeper's sprawled out. It's gone over the keeper's hand and gone in that bottom right.
Doesn't even look at the goal.
No.
Not even looking at the goal. He's just got it striking that ball as clean as he can.
Yeah, it was a great finish. And look, whether that puts the Bristol City deal back on, I don't know. But what I would say is,
can I just quickly, Fulham? I was at Fulham, and I have mentioned it in our little chat thing. At the end of the game, Bearzog couldn't get off the pitch quick enough.
Well, he doesn't look happy at the moment, Bearzog.
Well, even when he scored, there was a little.
Go on. I was just going to say this.
Bit of a sort of look as if. He didn't quite give it the.
He didn't go back to the Boro fans until the other Boro players grabbed him and said, "Come back here." He went in front of their fans and just looked at them.
Yeah.
And then he went and celebrated because
I'll
I think
be honest,
the likes of Conway got round him.
I've seen people saying, he doesn't celebrate his goals, and I was thinking, he doesn't score that many goals. I don't know if people have even noticed that.
I already know your answer, but when that ball got played through from Silvera, all right, it was a good run from Bezo for him to be able to give him the pass.
It's a centre forward.
Where did you think the ball was going? I know where I thought it was going.
I thought it was going over the top of the bar.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I think Conway to put it over the top of the bar. But he moves better than... And I'm going to upset people here because I know he grafts, Conway. He is a grafter.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing it.
What I would say to you is, Conway doesn't make that forward run like that. Because Conway doesn't think like a forward. Berzog does think like a forward. And we play him sort of out.
He's slightly more like selfish, I'd say.
Yeah.
He has been like that with the ball, and I think forwards have that.
But before I go back to social medias, what I will say to you is, I can remember we signed Berzog, must be 2 years ago, Paul. 18 months ago?
Yeah.
18 months ago?
Yeah, 18 months, I think, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd been down to that there Sky to do that advert, and there was a lad I was working with, Huddersfield fan, said to me, your fans will love or hate him. Because on his day, he's a well beater. And then the world's a gal, on another day,
he's a panel beater.
He's a panel beater.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way, the fans now at the minute have got that way with him that they just think,
Yeah.
When they bring him on, they just think, But he watches him, Kim Elberg, every day in training. He must see something in him, must he? Because he's there. It brings him on at that time. I actually thought, me, don't know about you, but you had that Leo Castledine who everyone had been talking about. I thought that was a great time for him to come on and try and get the winner.
And he put him on with
He brought him on after,
He brought him on,
Yeah.
There was about a minute left.
I don't think in a lot of years I've had less anticipation about a chance being put away as I have at the minute.
Right, let's have a look. Ian Robbo's been back on. Great result Friday night. I was with Adam. Don't like being negative, but Conway's still not for me. Look, I think Conway's got his knockers, and I think one thing you can't knock with Conway, and I think some. Oh, look at that! Broke my glasses.
Well, you said they weren't yours.
Sorry, I broke someone else. I broke someone else's glasses.
I think it's on me Conway's.
I broke someone else's glasses, but anyway.
You do it from Paul or Con if you want.
Yeah. I need to put them on regardless. Yeah. Look at that.
Jack,
anyway.
It's Jack Duckworth.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mention that on here. Malanda still settling in as well. So obviously Eddie's going back to saying that obviously we think he's a class act and he's really just settling into the team and he's not. I think he's a big part player. I don't think he'll ever not have a Boro shirt on now till from now to the end of the season.
Imagine when Alfie Jones, that centre back pairing of him and Alfie Jones will be nearly better than Ayala and Gibson.
Unless we're saying it all wrong, it's sad to say that Malanda won't be a Boro player for 10 years. That's for certain.
Yeah. Oh no.
He won't be a Boro player for 10 months if he keeps it.
No. Tony Archer's been back on. He said when I said about being a must-win game, he said I think they're all must-win games now. With the teams behind us picking up points. I think he's got a point because I think now we're probably into the home stretch. Now
we have to match Ipswich results. Basically, that's what you're saying.
And I think that's what Elberg will be saying to the players. We've got to match or beat their result week in, week out.
Yeah.
Ipswich have a game in hand.
Yeah.
They'd be a point ahead.
Yeah.
As it stands.
What I would say is,
but we have to play them.
And like I always say about game in hand, you've got to win that game in hand. It's alright saying it's great on paper saying I've got a game in hand.
I think sometimes it's a good mental thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But you've got to win it, haven't you? You've got to go out and win that game in hand. Players aren't daft. Hang on, let's have a look at this. What the frickin' hell's this? Fucking hell. Stu Gawley, Man United are welcome to our sloppy seconds, Yaff. It won't last. Oh wait, give him a break. I thought Man United played really well on.
Like I said, one swallow. I'm with him.
Yeah, I thought they played really well. Hang on,
can't take you seriously.
Put it on the other one, so we don't put it on the other camera, so I can. There we go.
There you go.
Now I can do what I want, can't I? Stu Gawley, we're finding ways to win, which we haven't done for a while. Different players on the score sheet. Long may it continue. Couldn't agree more. Andrew Kidger, good evening, kids. We need to get a new striker. I think that means striker, not sticker. We won't get a new sticker. It's on a Panini album, kids. We need to get a new striker in and then take Conway out for a while. We also need to get Strelic scoring and impacting on games. Look, I'm going to stick to what I've said about Strelic. I think he's a top top player.
I think if he gets back fit, I don't think we necessarily need to go and get a striker. We just need to know what the extent of his injury.
How many times have we heard people commenting and saying, "Oh, we need a striker"? I've yet to hear anybody come up with a name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people will say the same. I imagine there might be a comment in there.
We'll see. Tony
Joe
Guest,
Pirro maybe.
Tony Guest's been on. Happy New Year to you, Tone. Teams behind us haven't had their dip yet. Watford, Millwall, Hull have had their turn to come. They've had their turn to come. Keep plugging away. Win 2, lose or draw one way, and we'll go up. Bit like we said earlier on. If you get a point at your away games, and win your own games, the position we're in now, mate, we're going to go up.
I think for the points per game thing, based on projection of where we're at this thing of the season, you're on course for automatic promotion. There's times we've had a dip where you then think playoffs again, but I think in terms of the numbers, I think we're on course for an mid 80.
Yeah, which is promotion.
Yeah.
Ian Ockney's been back on. Stoke game will be like the West Brom first half. Little ball down the line from Silvera to break through the 10-man defence. Would like to see Leo on the pitch and at least 15 minutes for Cruz after his hat-trick for the under-21s. We're going to chat about that very shortly. Cruz is... I think we need to... we need to... not forget how old he is. We've got to sort of nurture him. We can't just throw him straight in.
How old is he?
16-year-old, mate. So
what they call a little fat guy from Liverpool that was only 16 when he played in the Premier League.
If he's watching, that is not what but a chat call you.
I mean, Yaff.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. I know what you're on about. You're on about the what's his name?
If you're good enough, you're old.
You're old enough. Yeah. Josh Moore's been on. Josh will be here with us next week. I think everyone was thinking exactly the same when Bearzog came on when I asked you about that.
Yeah.
Ian Ockney, Yaff, Conway would have fell over the shot. Bearzog is the type of player you bring on when you're 2 or 3-0 up to try and hold the ball. Good shout.
Which he does.
Yeah. Eddie's been back on. Conway might work hard, but he went missing on Friday. He was on the left wing at one point. I don't know. I've watched a bit where he...
The clip
where he came back.
We lost it on the halfway line, and he was probably 20 yards further towards their goal, and he ended up running.
Well, he passed 3 of our players to get the ball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, you can't knock his work rate. Simon Dane's been back on. Would you sign Target on a permanent in the summer? I think it's a foregone conclusion, that, Simon, to be fair. He's out of contract. He won't expect...
If he loses his wages...
Well, he won't expect the same... He won't expect the same wages.
Well, they might be able to pay.
And again, I was just going to say, Elliot's hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Depends where we are. If we're a Premier League side, we might look for bigger and better players than Target.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be a bad player still. I think to have in the Premier League, but when you've got the money that the Premier League brings you could be looking at any.
I'd take him over Bangora.
Yaff, it's Gibbo. Why doesn't Fry start? Well, Gibbo, nice to see you, mate. Why doesn't Fry start? Obviously, the injury doesn't help. He's had a niggling injury. Now,
I think he's going to be in and out.
I would probably say he's had that injury, that same injury, for about 12 months.
Yeah.
He's came back. He's got a few games in, suffered with it again, ruptures again, comes off. He either needs a long layoff, but he's not getting any younger.
No.
We talk about Dale Fry like we did about Stuart Down, and we think he's 17. Yeah. Still, Dale's getting on now, and the likes of Melander's coming in.
Does he get in above Melander and Alfie Jones?
I think Melander and Alfie Jones are the two.
Does he get in over them two? Yeah. No. What I would say is, it's great to have him in Aylan.
He's probably next after that.
Yeah. I think he gets in over Aylan.
Yeah. I think that's one for the guys out there. That
Yeah. What do you...
Jones, Fry, Melander, which two do you pick?
Yeah. Well, I know I'd pick. But...
What back four would you pick?
Yeah. Come on, get it in. Let's tell us all about before our next come. I've been watching Conway. I think his confidence in the box is low. He's now keeping out of the 6-yard box. He doesn't want to get in there. I agree. Michelle Besford, excited to see what the under-21s will give us after that scoreline the other night. Finn Munro, etc. All sounds promising so far. Stu Gawley, absolutely right, Col. He was. Of something you said. Stu Gawley agrees with something you said. He never agrees with me ever since I called it the Tin Pot League.
Well, there you go, see. Disrespect.
Look, I'm 28 years old and I'd still get a game in that Tin Pot League. But anyway, Big game to come Wednesday night. Don't forget, tell us who you'd have. If we had a fully fit defence now, who's your back four? Who's your back four?
Who's your 11?
Yeah, well,
No.
some of these can't count with 11 Paul.
Sorry.
The camera's off in it.
That's why.
Anyway,
that's why I said 2 out of 3.
Give us what your back four would be. Stoke, Wednesday night, down there at that there Stoke. Honourable place to go to, the old Potteries. Cole, is that a must game? Is that a must-win game? And is it on paper, is it as difficult as the West Brom game?
No, I don't think so.
Then, man, new manager
like
bounce.
Elliot said, yeah, I think. I mean, I did say we went to Stoke last year and won comfortably, but Robbins had just took over, and I think I said a couple of months ago, I said he'll turn them round a bit, and they had, but I think they've gone right off the boil. I don't know.
Yeah, they have. So,
players, but
I mean, I said that maybe the wheels.
I expect us
the
to
wheels
win.
have fell off a little bit at Stoke.
I
But
expect
you
us
made
to
a
win.
great point, Elliot, about
Mark Robbins
Mark
and
Robbins.
the curse.
He's a bit of a curse to the Borough, isn't he?
Yeah.
I won't like you. He's a man I would like. Previously, I would like to see him in the Borough dugout. I would probably say if anything happened to Kim and he went, and I would like to see Mark Robbins eventually.
I think he's a great manager.
He's a great manager, great coach.
I think the going off the boil thing, as Carl said, that I think that their squad isn't that great on paper.
Yeah.
I think they've had a good start to the thing, and I think they had a solid 11. Whether they've picked up injuries as most clubs
that's
do at
obviously
this
because I
time of
don't
season.
follow them. I don't.
Yeah,
have any
I reckon.
interest.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's an injuries thing or whatever, but I think the form's dipped as they went on throughout the season. But the start of it, there's no doubt that the 11 or 13, 14 that they had, they were
third or fourth, weren't they?
well, originally before Coventry overtook us, it was us and Stoke, wasn't it? They've been in and about it, but I think you're probably right. I think it'll be a tough game, but I think on paper,
I expect us to win.
Yeah.
I would expect us to win. I think there might be change. I think there'll be changes as
Well, we'll come on.
Freshen
Don't
up a
forget,
bit.
don't forget, you've got 2 sets of predictions to put in here because I want your predictions for Stoke on Wednesday night. I want your predictions for Preston, and I also want your defence. There's some of you sat there now thinking you're back at school. I've sent your homework.
Yeah.
I want
a 5-a-side, 11-a-side.
It's
got to be in by 8 o'clock.
What's your turnover, SG? Oh, but no, I'm not going to use all that.
Don't
rubbish.
stand on
Not rubbish. All that
Adam's
rubbish.
not here, but
We
you
don't
get that
use
on
all that. Adam's not here. Don't forget, I want to know your best defence and I want to know your Stoke prediction and your Preston prediction in order. Don't give me Preston before Stoke. You wind me up.
Calm down.
I know.
Count to 10.
Is he always this animated?
Yeah, always this animated, mate. Always this.
Anime.
You need to watch us a bit more. Really?
Trust me, you don't.
No, you don't. Listen, so yeah, Stoke Wednesday night. I mean, is it a full? I don't know this. You're going to answer the question, you three. Is it a full card? Is it every Championship team playing Wednesday night?
I think so. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
So we need to be looking like Ipswich, and again, like
We want Ipswich to be playing Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, like Archie said, like Ian Ockley said, we need to be looking behind us, really.
Oh yeah.
Look, we've got to catch Coventry, but we've got to look behind us for me.
Paul's looking at the fixtures.
Yeah, he's looking at the fixtures as we speak. So, but yeah, Stoke, big game Wednesday night, under the lights. Look, I'm with yous. I think we go there and win. I won't lie to you. But the old game on Saturday to chat about. Hang on.
So Tuesday, you've got Cov Millwall.
Right, Millwall on fire at the minute.
You've got Ipswich Bristol.
Hard game.
I think that's
Preston Hull. Tuesday.
I think there's 2 draws and a win there.
Tell you what.
It's similar to a round of, was it 3 or 4 weeks ago when we got beat by...
That is a good week of football, that. Isn't it?
Where all the top 6 or 7 were playing each other. It's quite similar again there, Bristol and Millwall and stuff like that. Like the games are, say, in the top 8 of...
I mean, that's a tough game.
Yeah.
Ipswich, Millwall. Did you say
Coventry Millwall?
Coventry Millwall.
Yeah.
Coventry Millwall. That's a tough game. Millwall put Watford
Ipswich.
at Watford to the sword on Saturday.
Yeah. Ipswich Bristol. Is it? Did you say?
Yeah.
Then Saturday, you've got Sheffield United Ipswich.
Ipswich go to Sheffield United. Hard place to go to. You what? Come on, Butter. I'm getting excited here now. But let's concentrate on the Butter. 12:30 kick-off Saturday at home. You know what I think about home games. We should be winning majority, if not all. If things go right with us, we could be sitting pretty quite there over the weekend. But another hard game in Preston at past 12 kick-off. They
Again,
always bring a good following.
I think another good manager, Paul Heckingbottom. So I think it'll be another good game. The away game this season was difficult as a first.
Horrible little man.
Well, he's someone who always has it over, isn't he?
Yeah. But it was like we're on
it's
the.
not going to be a good week then, is it? Well, Mark Robbins, Heckingbottom.
Well,
and who's at Norwich?
Do's are there to be broken.
You don't have to beat the manager. You beat the 11 on the pitch.
Exactly, yeah.
I just think at home, I think we're going to ask for predictions very short. I just think at home it's really good. So look, to come, I mean, Stoke Wednesday night, it's very rare that we do a show and like next week we've got 2 games to talk about. But obviously, Stoke Wednesday night and Preston on Saturday. Get your predictions in. We'll have a chat about that very shortly. Just want to quickly chat to you lads before we go back to the social medias about obviously the couple of players we brought in, and also there's a few rumours flying about today about the lad from Brighton saying it's nigh on a done deal. Yep. He's been up here and spoke to us.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah. Is it Sarmiento?
Yeah,
Sarmiento, yeah.
Good player.
I've read today that it's nigh on a done deal, and it's.
I thought he was in Spain or somewhere.
Italy. Well, he's coming to Teesside because he likes the heat here. And he obviously he likes the toasties at the Essendon.
He's heard about the Mecca, obviously, yeah.
He'll be coming here, no problem. He'll get a house in Whale Hill or somewhere. So listen, that's obviously the young lad Leo, and I think Michelle Besford went on about young Monroe. I'd like to think that Leo's more of a player for now. Bear in mind he's been playing in League One. Let's be honest, the step-up's not that much from League One. I mean, he had a chance to stay with them permanently. They wanted to pay the money as well for him, and he wanted to step up into the Championship to play for the Boro, because he knows that really it's a good shop window, and we've got a chance to get promoted, by the way. I think you'll see more of him than the young lad Monroe, the left back. Do you agree with me there? Or?
Possibly, just because of the options. I don't feel like Finn Monroe would displace Target at this current thing, or even Bangura if he was back fit. They weren't that, I guess, in terms of like league positions, probably weren't that far behind. I mean, Finn Monroe was at Swindon, I think second or third in League Two, so he was in a promotion chasing team, which is obviously good experience there. But I think both Premier League loanees, it's hard to sometimes place them when they go on loan at some clubs that almost do better than what you expect, and you think, well, what level should they be at?
Yeah.
But I think getting them both at 20, they both don't need to be fully registered in the squad.
That's right, yeah, they don't go to 25, do they?
So, obviously, just great age to get them, I think, just for the potential. So,
and obviously the likes of, I think Sonny Finch has gone out on loan to South Shields, I think.
Yeah.
I worry about that.
I think when you loanees are going to National League or below.
Yeah. I worry about that, and I'll tell you for why. I'm a big advocate of Sonny Finch. Not only because he dated Phoebe, but it's the fact that I like the lad, and I thought he was a hard working, grafting lad. And for me, it's a death knell. It's like it's a nail in your coffin when you go. I've watched it with, and I hate to say it, great players. Nathan Guru was at the Boro, and he's ended up he plays for Gisborough now. I just think when you go, I agree with you. When
loads of them have dropped right far down the ladder.
Yeah, when you drop that far down, it's hard to claw yourself back up. And I think
unless
Sonny
you go
Finch,
there and you're like tearing it up, like
I think Sonny Finch is a far better player.
Yeah.
Than
Plymouth.
He's not at Plymouth.
He's back now, but he was better than Plymouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charlie Lennon's left as well to join Barnsley.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a good move for Charlie. To be fair, they're a good league club.
Yeah.
Established league club. It's a good move. For
I think one league down and stuff is fine, but yeah, when you start going to National League or what do you say, South Shields, that must be National League North, is it?
Yeah.
I think the players will think.
Don't get me wrong. It's a good setup. It's a good setup. The flying eye in the National League North. They're going to be a National League club next year. I think they're about 8 points clear at the top.
Right, okay.
So they are going to be in the National League. So he's going to be a fully paid player. But what I'm saying is, can you step out of there?
There are always exceptions to that. And look, Harry Kane.
Yeah. Vardy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Vardy played in that Southern League, didn't he? Like that down there. So
yeah. Like I said, it's.
I think it's really hard.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
I think psychologically as well, when you're part of a big championship club, and then you go into without being disrespectful, if you're going to South Shields, there's a hell of a difference, isn't there?
And South Shields are a great setup. I mean, I just think for
But the lad wants to play football, and if he's not playing football...
Well, I said right at the top of the show, mate,
you
footballers want to play football.
You can only impress by playing football.
Yeah,
he's not going to impress anybody sat in the stands.
Yeah.
A couple of things before we go back to the social medias, because we are very nearly short of time there. Aidan Hackney, new agent this week.
Oh, yes.
Signed for that big...
That's an interesting one, yeah.
That was very interesting, that he's gone from a local agent, an agent who drinks in this club, to a massive company agency who has Erling Haaland, big football, and Hayden Hackney's gone to that group. Is it the AG group or group or something like that?
Yeah.
But he's gone to this big group of agency. Is that because there's a move imminent? Is that because there is we're going potentially going to the Premier League where you negotiate a bigger contract?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's what a funny time to do that.
That's what gets you worried when it's in January, isn't it?
Or is it? And he's.
Was his contract just up with his other agent? And he thought, I've had an offer from here.
Reading
I don't know.
I still think I don't think Hackney's going anywhere this month. We've discussed it before, and the general opinion is that he's a local lad, as we all know. What better thing for Hackney is to captain his club into the Premier League? And I think he might think, well, you know what? Have a season in the Premier League, but it's all this and buts at the minute, isn't it?
And the last but not least, we mentioned him very quickly at the top of the show. I think one of the guys said about Cruz, the 16-year-old lad who made his debut against Fulham, which was great for him to do that. And then plays for the under-21s. His first game for the under-23s.
Under-23s, yeah.
Plays for the under-23s and scores a hat-trick. Which, if you haven't seen the goals, they are out there on mfc.co.uk.
They're not worldies.
No. They're good finishes, aren't they? Good finishes.
Outside the box.
Yeah.
Shooting.
He's a striker.
Yeah, good finishes.
Natural, I think.
Now, whether we see him on the bench in a few league games, well, I think Strelic will probably, if Strelic's still injured, I think you may see him anyway on there. But I'm with you, Colin.
It's got to be an option, isn't it?
You know, if you're good enough.
There isn't many options, and I think even with some of the other players that played in that match the other day, they're clearly all not fit as well. The Sene played, Hansen played, and whatnot. And if Strelic's definitely not fit, then who else is going to take that bench spot? No, Sonny Finch was that one who used to have that.
Yeah. And that's why I was very.
You probably wouldn't be aware of this, but Yath's brother, cousin, auntie's uncle, whatever, was Strelic. You think the same thing? We bought a bit of a bum.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, Nick. Yeah. He has since come on and said I might got it wrong, but he said.
But he might not.
he said basically we bought a pup. He's not the player that you think he is. I don't get that. I've seen him play.
The thing is,
I had people saying it's too cold for him. It's too cold. He's from Slovakia.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't come. He hasn't come from Jamaica.
Yeah.
He's come from Slovakia where it snows 6 foot at a time. Like, don't tell me he's cold. Do I think there might be a bit of homesickness? Yes, he hasn't brought his full family over. Maybe that's.
Yeah.
Kim Elberg spoke about it, didn't he?
And it's a young family,
right? Yeah, it's a young family. Kim Elberg spoke about it. His family have now moved to Teesside.
Because they didn't in December.
No, they surprised him on New Year's Eve and flew in.
Yeah.
They went to the New Year's Day game, or less said about that the better, but they went to the New Year's Day game and they're staying. So he's now got his young family here, our manager. We know Rob Edward didn't do that. We know Carrick didn't do that. All right, so anyway, let's go back to social medias, Paulo. Where do we go? Stu Gawley. No. Josh Moore said, we're about defenders. Britton, Malander, Jones and Target. If everyone's fully fit.
That's the one.
Yeah, I can't. Jones and Malander for me, although Ian Otley's put Malaysia's, but I think he means Malander. Stoke, struggling to score but don't concede many. Couldn't agree more. Eddie's put next to a must-wins, Jones, Malander, Target and Britton if all fit. Simon Daines, Britton, Jones, Malander and Target. Tony Archie a bit differently. Jones, Fry, Malander and Target. So he thinks he's got the Fry over Britton, hasn't he? So, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know who play right back.
Cozzy's come on all the way from sunny Salford. Cozzy, every game's a must-win now. Stoke will be easier than West Brom. Play Conway first half and get the new striker on. Tell him prior the game 3-1 against Stoke. So he's telling me 3-1 against Stoke. I think he's on about young Leo there. He's saying maybe bring him on and take Conway off, which I think is probably the natural move to do. I don't know whether he'll want to take that little bit of energy off in Conway, because the only thing I can give energy at the minute is Conway gives you that bit of energy. I know Gal goes mad about that, saying, well, if you're getting paid money to play football, you should be energy. But we know that doesn't always happen. Castledine to start against Stoke. Simon Dane saying Stoke 0, Boro 1, and Boro 2, Preston 0. There's the two there. Kirsty Lee said Boro 2, Stoke 1. Ian Hockney saying Boro 1-0 against Stoke, 2-0 against Preston. Ian Robinson, Coburn looking the part now. He is, for Millwall, to be fair. Tony Archer, Stoke's a 3-0 win. I hope so, Tone, because that's like something I shout at this camera at the end. Preston 4-1 win at home. Michelle Bresford has said a scrappy 1-0 Boro win at Stoke and a 2-2 draw at Preston. Old Desmond. Josh Moore, scrappy a game against the Stoke, but still believe we can scrape a win. Preston game will be one of two games. It will be either a boring game with either team grabbing a late winner, or be an end-to-end 4-5. Wow. Tony Archer, Hackney staying. Robbo, Stoke 1, Boro 3, Boro 2, Preston 1. Eddie saying Man United bid 30 million. I think he's on about Hackney. It's not enough. Stoke 0, Boro 2, Preston 1, Boro 3. That's Stu Gawley, all the way transatlantic. Can't believe you played football, Yaff. Must have got in the way, you talking for 90 minutes. I didn't used to talk then. Well, I did. Con will tell you I used to talk a bit. Yeah. But anyway, Ian Robbo's been back on. Jones, Fry, Malander, and 2 wing-backs of Britain and Target. Oh, that's a bit different, isn't it?
5.
That's a bit different, the old wise man.
Say that again, what was it? Jones, Fry, Malander?
Jones, Fry, Malander, and 2 wing-backs of Britain and Target.
Have you noticed that nobody has put Ayling in that back four yet?
Yeah. Ayling not been checked, and he's been a stalwart, really.
It's a tough one, because I think the other two are better at centre back, and I think Britain's better at right back, but he has been good.
Oh, Britain's been class, I think.
El Charlton, Raleigh, good evening. I don't think we've ever seen you on here before, but anyway, thanks for tuning in. Good on him. I think he's on about Hackney. He is an amazing player. It would only take something substantial to leave his hometown team, I reckon, and that is.
Particularly
your social medias in a nutshell.
Particularly because we're second as well, I think.
And also, though, do you think it may not be down to Hackney? He may not have the choice if they're coming with such a big offer.
Well, what I would say to you
that happened in the summer.
It happened in the summer. What I would say to you is it's always down to the player if he's under contract.
Yeah,
it's always down
you
to
know
the
what
player.
I'm saying, though.
Because there's two ways people talk about that. They say, well, an agent will make the decision for him. Agent doesn't make agent just gets you more money and takes a bigger slice of the cake. Agent doesn't make that decision. Aiden makes that decision at the end of the day. What I would say to you is, I'm with you. I mean, you're second in the league. You've got a chance to take your hometown club into the Premier League. If you're in the Premier League with your hometown club, you're always going to stay there, Aiden. Even if you got relegated.
If we were 10th now, though, it could look a bit.
Well,
but I think if we were 10th,
I
don't think anybody would be interested, because I don't think he'd be playing well if we were 10th.
Well, you say that. I read something.
I reckon it'd still be
1st to 23rd can still be promoted.
Yes, I read
that. Of course,
But I reckon if we were, I know what you mean. It wouldn't be as talked about, because I think being second in the league, you get all the sort of coverage, don't you, from everyone, and then people talk about the best players from the team and whatnot. But even if we were 10th, I reckon it'd still be your West Ham's, Brightons, like Brentford. Maybe not Man United.
I was chatting to people downstairs, and as much as you don't like it, Man United crying out for a midfielder like Hackney, for an English player to put his foot on the ball, win the ball scrappily, and start the play again. I think you're right. All them teams at the bottom would go for him, but I think even Newcastle. I think he would break that midfield 3 at Newcastle. I think he's good enough to do that.
Possibly, Newcastle. Man United, I'm not so certain with Fernandes and Mount. I'm not so sure.
I just think he's a. What did his Sunderland fan say?
What
did the Sunderland fan say to me the other day? Hackney, he's a poor man's Declan Rice. Well, I'll take that. because he's younger than Declan Rice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Declan
take.
Rice is one of the best
Yeah.
midfielders in the country.
I'll
so.
take that. I will take that. Predictions, Paul. We're going to do Stoke first. Wednesday night under the lights.
2-1 Boro.
2-1 Boro. The Red Rocks is man in the middle.
1-0.
1-0 to the Boro.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
1-0 to the Boro. Elliot, come on.
I'm going to go with 1-0 as well.
1-0 to the Boro. I'm going to be sensible, and I'm not going to say 1-0 because I don't think they can score. I'm going to say 2-0 Boro. And I've never shot me anything at the camera or shouted because I'm trying to be a little bit more thingy like this now.
Yeah, and we still got Preston to come.
Yeah,
Full house.
Full house says we're going to win. And I don't think anyone went against us on the old social
I'm
media.
usually the one that dips out and goes.
Hang on, so much.
Right.
Can I just go back very quickly to this because
I'm a realist.
No, we're alright. You caught up.
No, I've caught up. Last but not least, Reggie Rock, thank you so much, mate, for everything you do. Come in and do that. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Cole, as always, it's been a pleasure. Elliot, great to catch you up, mate.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can come in and have a chat when a bit later on in the season.
Preston score.
I'm going to do that in a minute.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten.
Steady on, mate.
I thought I'd forgotten there. Old age.
Cole.
All day.
Cole.
I forgot
I've
you're a
worked with the best
thespian.
of them. I'm a thespian. I've worked with the best of them on ITV, and now you're questioning
I
me
see
now.
the that newspaper.
Yes, it took a lot.
Hang on.
It took a lot, mate.
So Kirk's his new best mate.
Yes. You can tune in 3 nights a week, 7 p.m.
Long and out of your Coronation Street.
Well, I'll take that. Elliot, thank you so much, mate. Hope you can come back again and see us again. Thanks for all your
Definitely,
input. We've got to do it. Preston Saturday, 2 games to talk about next week. Preston Saturday, Paul.
I'm going to say
At past 12 kick-off.
2-1 again.
2-1. He's going for the same 2-1. Go on, Cole. Are you going to stick with a 1-0?
No. I am going to go the same as Paul, 2-1.
You think they're going to score, do you?
I do, yeah.
Elliot, bring a bit of sense to this madness.
No, I agree with him. I think Preston have got more about them than Stoke do, and I think it'll be similar to that first game that we played away. I'm going to go 3-2 Boro.
3-2 Boro.
We've only kept 2 clean sheets under Helbert, the Southampton and Blackburn games.
That's a bit of a nail biter, 3-2 though, at home and at past 12 kick-off. That's like Sky rubbing their hands together and things, isn't it?
We just done it Friday night. We can do it again.
Yeah, what we don't want is 2-0 up and 2-2. We don't want that.
Well, look, on a week that's seen the Boro fight back for another 3 points, I'll just give you one simple prediction. All that lunacy has gone. But I'll tell you for this. Don't hold your glass, Col. I'm not like that anymore. I'll tell you this for nothing. Preston come to the Boro, 12:30 kick-off Saturday, and he's the scoreline. Get your 50 pence on it. Boro 4, Preston 1, Malanda back post. See ya.